Hey guys, today's recap is going to be a little bit different because my recording of the session got corrupted for some reason. It's all black, just has sound. So yeah, I'm sorry for that, but I guess it's kind of a different format that we can experiment here where I just show you the trading view, the setup, and my thought process, I guess, might be a little bit cleaner. So first of all, like always, I checked the news. There were no news, only a yellow folder at 3, so that's fine. We don't care about that. So our play every single day is previous day volume profile, overnight session volume profile, and then just close by accumulations. Get a volume profile going for those and just see what happens. These lines up here are farther away accumulations, like this one, a few other ones that can serve as targets. We are getting kind of bullish here. The market is at a point where if we actually break through this kind of line here, we turn bullish and might even get to all-time highs by next month. But that doesn't really matter for today, so it does matter that this area is a very high volume area where it can retrace. So I just had that in the back of my mind, but it doesn't really count towards my strategy. All I really care about are the previous day and the overnight volume profiles, as well as previous accumulations for value area low and value area high levels. I'll also mark out previous day high, previous day low, which are doesn't really matter for the price, where the price was at market open. So yeah, so we got into the graphs, into the charts around, I want to say here, yeah, around 220, and I did mark all this out, and this accumulation here did show me that we were bullish around this area. So I did have my first long entry, not here, I wish. This was the best setup, but the better setup. But I did enter around here, 222 or 221, something like that. I will post a picture here of Tradeovate. And I end up getting stopped for about, I think it was 10 points, so not bad. But as soon as that happened, as you can see, this accumulation here, we broke below the value area low and into overnight range. So I thought, okay, maybe the short is the answer. And I should have known sooner, because in the CVD here, you can see we're at a downtrend even though we're accumulating price. So that means selling orders are being accumulated in this area. So the sellers are more aggressive. And as soon as this breaks and there's like this pattern here where it goes down, then up with less volume, and then down with more volume again, you see here, that usually, I'm not going to say usually means that it's going to continue downward or upward depending, but I am going to say that the probability for it to continue to that side is higher. So I end up getting going short right around here, 364. And because I only needed 200 and I lost like 10 points, I did 5 micros before. It was 10 points with 5 micros and then just some other bits with 3. So I did end up losing around 260, something like that. So I got in with a 10-point stop loss here. I can actually show you, hold on. My position was kind of like this. Whoa. So 10 points here. Stop doing that, thank you. It was around here, so above value area high of the overnight and above the value area low of this previous accumulation. And because we only needed about 400, which was the loss plus the remainder, right? I got out around, I want to say it was like 45 points, I think. So I got out around there. So yeah, it was a pretty good day, even though we did end up passing the account, as you'll see. Even though we missed one rule, which was the immediate re-entry afterwards. So there were longs here, and then I reversed the position twice. That's why we lost a bunch for this winning position, but I did manage to not hit my DLL, as well as not do more than 3 trades. And this is a 1-4 risk reward, so that's pretty good. If I didn't have that target of 53 to pass the account, I would have possibly trailed harder as soon as we went here. Maybe even get out, like, probably around the same area, really. Because this is like a 50-point candle. That's a huge candle. But these were the targets. This was overnight point of control, and this was the overnight value area low. So as you can see, that's the first actual retracement we get, and that is a 50-point retracement. I don't want to dabble in that, so yeah, I would have probably gotten out. If I didn't have that target, I would probably gotten out either here as soon as we hit this one, or maybe around the same area, because as we hit it, it came back quite a bit. So, but yeah, if there was no trailing drawdown on the pros, or when I get to that point, or if it was an eval that wasn't close to passing, the trailing strategy that would make the most sense would be to leave your stop here above this huge candle, and as soon as we got this pattern again, we would go here above this red candle, and then as soon as we accumulated a bit here and we broke below this kind of area here, I would say that the stop could be trailed up here. So it's not really this, but it would be more like this, you know. And as soon as we broke this, you know, just follow the structure basically. But that's only if you don't have a trailing drawdown, or if you're at an eval which doesn't have that as well, or consistency, or just really far away from passing. So following the structure is the most sensible way to catch the most amount of profit. Today that would have worked because it was a trending day. It was a downtrending day for most of the day up until like 3:30. So yeah, if you follow structure, well done. If you didn't, like me, I only really needed like 40 points. I needed 20, but because I lost before, I needed 40. So yeah, that was it. I'll put the result here. As you can see, the account equity, we passed. It's a 50K, so target was 3K. This is on TPT, so we get our pro account tomorrow. Tomorrow. Today marked the 5th day as well, so we ended up passing it in time, I guess. So tomorrow's pro count, the buffer is 2,000. We will be trailing aggressively. I won't be changing much of my strategy because I'm already doing that. So yeah, this was day 7. Today or tomorrow I might post a weekly recap, probably tomorrow. Or during the weekend, maybe. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Over the weekend, I'll post a weekly recap just to see what happened. Hopefully, I'll get the footage from day 1, 2, and 3. So you can see that on day 1, we made profit. On day 2, we blew the account. On day 3, we started to make profit on this new account again. So we just passed the account that we started on day 3. So yeah, guys. Today was day 7. This was the result. This was the rule adherence. Pretty good. I felt pretty good about it. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.